They can lead, but they are limited to the scope of the prior questions. And then when we go back up for redirect, same exact thing. We are limited to the scope of their prior questions. Does
So,
that
for
make
example,
sense?
if he said he ate some cheesy fries, we could include the cheesy fries somewhere else in a sentence that doesn't have to relate to the one that we just talked about.
It'd be more so like in direct examination, you talked about ordering food. In cross examination, they asked what kind of food. He said cheesy fries, and you asked what kind of cheese are on the fries and redirect.
Is it a fence done?
See how the scope
Yeah,
gets smaller and smaller every time?
We said
Oh,
we're
I
done.
did not hear. Okay, do we have any redirect from
So
the
just
state?
like how.
Hang on, they're
Hold on.
scope.
Oh, they're cooking over there.
Yeah, they're learning about scope and how scope works.
Okay.
So just
The
like
funnel.
up there, the big red circle is direct examination or testimony and bench trials. In cross examination, you can only ask questions from within direct questioning. So anything that wasn't talked about in direct questioning is outside of the scope and would be objection to scope. And then
So
when
now
it
the
comes to
scope is real small right now.
Yeah, so now you can only ask questions that are related to stuff that was talked about in cross examination.
Okay.
We should let them talk a little bit longer.
So while it gets narrow, again, you're not limited to non-leading questions. So you can be a lot more free in your questioning. You also have to be mindful of how you're wording things to relate it to the prior scope. Like if they object to scope, be ready to rebut regarding its relation to what was asked before, so that it is valid. Listen, I promise you, them judges are writing down all the fucking questions and probably all the answers, which is why you need to be doing it too.
What you also have to remember
I'm not
is
close enough to write down that much.
especially when you get with really uppity defense attorneys, that they're just going to object to
Barrett.
scope to throw you off. They will literally object to scope just to throw you off. Because they're probably wrong about saying that it's outside of the scope, but it stops your flow. Which is why Rhodes is right in saying that it's important to rate your questions, especially when you're coming to redirect, because it's a lot of stuff that you're trying to remember. So when it's during cross examination, you want to write down important points that you need to eliminate. Because think about it this way, right? You do your direct questioning, where you're trying to eliminate reasonable doubt as to whether the defendant committed these crimes or not. In cross examination, they are trying to create reasonable doubt. And in your redirect, you look to eliminate the reasonable doubt that they've tried to create.
So do they get another round of questions to ask themselves, or we're the last ones?
After redirect, that's it.
Perfect.
Because it's our witness.
I got this.
They can recall a witness, though.
Yeah, well, I just mean like when.
Yeah. Just for them to.
But does that open the scope back up then?
Well,
so
they
if they recall the witness,
start.
then it restarts back at direct.
They ask the original questions where they can't lead.
So
Then you,
yes,
and then they would redirect.
Got you. Okay, so it'll go from us redirect, right? We keep it. Say hypothetically, we keep it short, simple, to the point. Redirect, right?
Yeah. So let's say this is your last witness.
Can,
that's it, right? And it basically redirect ends. They will move over to the defense. The defense will see if they have any witnesses. But before they end off with every witness that you have, especially when it comes to like bigger cases that you might get, at the end of redirect, the judge will ask if they are called for. I'm sorry, if they are marked for recall, which just means like, is the defense going to call them as a witness so that they can directly question them?
Got you. And then we would get another cross, and then they would do a
redirect.
A redirect. Got you.
But just remember, it doesn't work that like you can't call the defendant as a witness. Like you can try, like you can just say, "Hey, we want to."
Wish the defendant, because there's nobody else from his department that we could have to understand that was there.
Because you can ask to call them up.
What did you just
they
do?
Can just go up there and say they invoked their Fifth Amendment right, and then that's
right.
By the way, they can't be selective. Like they can't be selective regarding invoking the Fifth. It's like an all or nothing thing.
Right.
So if they're going to do it, it's going to be to everything.
Hold on a second. If they, started answering the questions and then they said they plead the Fifth, what would the objection be to that then? Would that be witnesses hostile?
No, there's not even an objection to that. It's just that everything's just removed.
Oh, okay.
Michelle, thank you for the 5 months. I appreciate it.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Perfect.
Right.
But Adam forgot
Alright,
the
we're good.
questions that he asked now, so I'm
I say we keep the redirects real short and simple
Great
and
state
sweet, right?
redirect.
Because they probably are going to recall them back up, and then we could kind of like that would give us an opportunity to have the chance to like sit there and write down their questions that they asked,
Mm-hmm.
and then we could like literally dial in on it on the recall. So I say we just ask some simple questions like, "Hey McNulty, when Mr. Kennedy arrived on Steed, what happened?"
Redirect.
that's huge
Right?
though. That's a huge one.
Redirectors.
Cool. No, that's this one. And then
Just a
you
moment.
say-
Just a moment.
No worries.
And then we ask him what happened. And
well-
then he says, "Well, he killed the dog." No more questions. And mic drop. Boom,
Well,
walk
I
away.
mean, for the whole, was the dog a threat? And he responded, it could have been.
Yes.
We ain't exactly gonna hit on that, but if we go back a little to the, triage is intended to secure individuals. Is that the only,
Okay.
would the only reason of moving a triage be to? Eddie, you good?
I just thought of something. Could
Actually,
we
you know what?
say-
You guys come up with the questions. I'm curious.
Did you take justice into your own hands to kill the dog?
Wait, repeat that?
That's a deep one.
That is a deep one. Did you take justice into your own hands to kill the
no,
dog?
Would you take justice in your own hands and kill the dog?
But you already done did that.
You guys are missing out on something I think is fairly big, which is
Can you give us a hint?
how do we know in this situation who the aggressor was? Was we present at the start? They questioned, was the dog a threat? He said it could have been. So why don't we hit on the did you see who the aggressor between the dog and so was?
And Kennedy was? That's a good question. And then,
Well, I mean,
if he says
not
Kennedy?
Kennedy,
is
'cause,
the downed individual.
yeah, the downed individual. But the reason you bring that up is because if he isn't privy to that information, EMS isn't going to be privy to that information.
Oh, you can't
and
tell
so
who the aggressor was.
Exactly. Which is why it plays into the reason we didn't do anything as a police department was because we weren't sure. Does that make sense?
Correct.
Because they're spinning this aspect of we were moving the triage because the dog was a threat.
What? I'll be right back.
We've said the dog could have been a threat, but we didn't specifically state that's
so
the
you're
exact
just
reason.
okay.
And obviously we can't communicate with dogs like we can with humans.
True. So
Uh,
we asked the question of McNulty, who do you think was the
But no,
threat
not
in
who
the
do you
situ-
think.
Okay. Who was the threat in the situation?
No.
The girl or
Do you know who the aggressor was between the dog and the injured person?
Gotcha.
Because you're not
Do you
asking
know
them to
who the aggressor
assume.
was
The answer should just be no if he doesn't
between
know.
the dog and the injured person.
Correct. Because the injured person could have been the one who was poking the dog with the stick. How do we know? We don't. Okay, I think. Are we good? Sorry. Are we good to ask the question? Or are we waiting on.
No, you're good.
Okay. Storm, you go ask it? Yeah, Storm, go ask a question.
If he doesn't, I can ask it. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask a question.
You need to speak up, Storm.
Speak up.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask a question real quick.
Speak like your balls dropped. Come on, Storm.
Oh my god! Contempt.
Triple three.
That's right.
Do you know who the aggressor was between the dog and the injured person?
No.
Objection, scope. I was a little slow. We didn't
Uh,
ask any
slow.
questions.
Your
about
Honor, I
that.
heard, was the dog a threat, to which he said it could have been.
We
You
didn't
did
talk,
say that.
We didn't ask
You
any
did
questions.
ask that.
Hang on. No one asked you, Troopa.
Also,
my
no one asked
God!
For rebuttals,
If
guys.
no one asked rebuttal, so.
The defendant's getting gassed out.
Yeah,
Your Honor, can we
objection.
rebut?
I was gonna say my objection is scope because at no point in time did we discuss the original incident with the dog and the Hooja patient.
But you
Correct. They
discussed the
asked about
dog's
moving it.
behavior.
Yeah, she didn't
You
ask for a
did
butt yet. She didn't ask for a butt yet.
Ask for a rebut.
Rebuttal,
They
Your
asked for
Honor.
rebuttal. They asked for the dog's behavior.
No, you still can't rebut until Loaf says it. She said it. She's not speaking out loud.
Oh.
Huh?
Loaf.
No, I'm
They want to know
listening.
if they
What
can
your
rebut.
rebuttal? I'll hear it out.
We're
Objection.
rebuttaling
Judge is
the-
dog's
daydreaming.
behavior. That's what
What?
they asked. They're in
Oh.
scope. They asked what the dog's behavior was.
They even asked
And
if
I
the dog was a
asked
threat.
McNulty, who was the aggressor, the downed individual or the dog?
I would argue this is teetering the
Rebut
line,
to that, Your Honor.
technically out of
Sure.
scope.
Yes, but their questions are specifically about the original incident in which the dog was attacked this person who, let's be honest, was probably like robbing a house or something, stealing a car. At no point in time did we ask any questions about that incident, and that scope was not opened.
They asked about the behavior of the dog.
You gotta wait for the judge to tell you can talk again, Storm. Jesus fucking Christ.
Storm, you gotta
Yeah,
hit him
I
with that
hear-
rebuttal,
I
Your
can see
Honor.
Storm getting a bunch of
Storm's gonna be a contempt kid.
freaking contempt.
Rebuttal, Your Honor.
Sure, I'll hear one more.
How old are we?
Let me talk to my counsel real quick.
Where'd you get a tennis racket?
His butthole.
Yeah, you probably.
I'm about to tennis somebody, yo. I swear to God.
No.
What do we do? What do we do?
No.
What do we do?
Well, we bring up what we've already did. They questioned. You have to sort of identify the scope, which is why writing down questions is important.
Yes, I was going to say that.
They
but I'll give them a
questioned
chance.
whether or not the dog was a threat.
It's not in
To which McNulty said it could have been, and this plays into
I might just be fucking
the whole
stupid
idea
then.
that if he saw the dog as the aggressor, he would have identified the dog as a threat. But the reason he likely didn't is on the basis that he was unable to identify the dog as the threat because he wasn't present to you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing plays into the whole, securing of triage and why there would be a call to move if it's for reasons of safety. Again, we weren't able to, or McNulty wasn't able to identify the dog as a threat because he didn't see what happened beforehand. He didn't have the context. Now, to also be clear, it's a little unfortunate, but typically dogs are perceived as property and not of life. And so while there is a charge, it's kind of we're shafted in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, long story short, it's within scope on the basis that it plays into him previously stating it could have been, not being clear and trying to further clarify why he stated it could have been but didn't say yes or no.
Gotcha.
Now go up there.
Betty, you want to, I'm tagging him, Betty. I'm tagging you in, Betty.
You tag me in.
Tagged you in. Here's the racket. Go in there.
Well, hold on. Is this still for the rebuttal?
Yeah, it's for
Hang
the
on, we're
rebuttal.
arguing over the definition of scope.
Oh.
This is why we tell you guys the DOJ is not a hive mind.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Storm.
Yeah.
I have no
Take
idea
my
what
racket.
you said because it was going back
I
and
said
forth. and I'm
exactly what
confused.
I said exactly what Rhodes said to say.
Now,
need to
also, do
Who
understand
was
this because this
the
is
aggressor,
important.
the dog
When
or
they
the
ask
person?
clarifying questions in cross,
Guys, I'm way
that
too
is
cooked to finish this out for a second
reopening
time. I'll see you later. I'm going 42.
scope for
Night,
redirect.
Deke Magnum.
You're right, Deke.
Magic Magnum.
Good night, people of the court.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
I'm sorry, I'm too cooked.
Don't worry.
You would have. Hey, I would have made such a great point in my closing, though. You have no idea what I was building up to. So
You gonna make a point
Pepe's-
with the flat top?
Pepe's gonna do it too. Yes, so
Okay. To each their own.
do you like it?
I'm married.
Very
No.
pointy.
I'm not asking like that. I just mean like.
Looks good.
I don't know, Deke. It sounded
It's
like
fitting.
fans.
It's fitting.
Thank you. So, yes, it is.
Okay, what was we?
I don't even know.
How about I
anymore.
deal
I'm
with
just
the
like,
rebuttal for the scope?
Thank you so much. I appreciate
for it,
you.
Rhodes.
No problem.
That's my LT right there.
As far as I'd have said 3 different things because we mentioned 3 different things, and now
I'm just too tired for this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying.
This is going great.
You've been
How many
eating
more
beans the whole
witnesses do we
time, girl.
have?
What are you talking about?
What? I have not.
So true.
Beans on muffins actually was so good.
That's disgusting.
English muffins, you American freak.
Oh, so it's pretty
Yes,
much like
muffins.
toast.
Yes. Toast.
Beans on toast also don't sound good.
You don't sound good. Shush.
I wasn't asking that, but okay.
Oh, but I was saying it.
What acquired taste? You leave me alone.
Okay.
Yeah, you
All
are.
right, we're done arguing
Ain't
about
nobody
scope,
acquired
and
it.
I've decided that either I
That's
or my
correct.
boyfriend is.
Yes, you better.
All right. So, Your Honor, just to sort of clarify on the rebuttal for scope, we believe that they opened the scope when they questioned if the dog was a threat, to which McNulty said it could have been. And the question more so further clarifies the vagueness in it could have been, could be yes or no. Obviously within scope, if McNulty's able to tell us whether or not he was able to identify the dog as the aggressor or not.
I got a
wanna be
rebuttal
so
to his
sweaty.
rebuttal.
Yeah, let Pepe have it because I'll just be sweaty and I don't need to do that. I like Rhodes too much.
All right. These will be the final rebuttals, though. I'm being honest.
Okay.
So we can move on from this. Go ahead, Pepe.
I believe my colleague asked Mr. McNulty a question to where he did reply that yes, he did seem the dog as a threat.
Yeah, my sweatiness was going to be a misstatement of testimony. When later questioned, he stated the dog was aggressive. Good shit, Pepe. Good shit, Pepe.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
I didn't write down the exact quote, but I remember it could have been.
Well, I asked at the very end, and then we said it wasn't.
It helps if you write stuff down, questions and answers.
I apologize because I thought it was more different than it was, and then Weiss said it's fine, you can have it. And then I said, "Was the dog? Did you something about the dog being aggressive?"
Can I just say the answer so they can clarify everything?
Yeah, I'd like to withdraw my objection because now I know what his answer is, and I'm what's the word for that? Where you know the answer and you're operating on the knowledge and you shouldn't. I don't know, but I'm gonna do that.
Insider trading.
Yes, I'm gonna insider trade, and I'm gonna withdraw the objection.
I don't.
All right, the
fucking know.
objection's no longer on the floor.
I don't fucking know. I arrived when the dog was already mulling the woman.
Understood. Does anyone have any additional questions?
You not know?
I don't. I'm
Okay.
I have no idea.
I don't believe we have any additional questions for Tree.
Can I go home now?
We'd like to mark this witness for Rico. No, I'm just fucking kidding. You're good.
Yeah, what she said.
If you mark him for recall, Rhodes is going to answer all the questions and ask the
Bye,
questions.
fuckers.
You cannot leave, Murray.
Later.
Triple treat.
A triple tree's
I hate you
leaving.
getting Murray back. You're just leaving.
Put your fucking normal clothes on and look hot again, please. I hate it.
Hold on to that outfit so you can put it on in front of McNulty.
That'd be scary.
That'd be hilarious. The only man with an Irish accent I can trust right now because the other ones try to kill me anyways.
Awkward.
Prosecution, do you have any more witnesses?
Can we call
I mean, fuck it. We'll see if we can try. Can we call the defendant up to the stand?
Pepe, what do you say?
I'm gonna get a contempt for this, but fuck no.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
But also, the right words are Mr. Kennedy will be invoking his Fifth Amendment rights.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
Mungo, thank you for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful
saying
stream, man.
Politely, fuck no. To his Fifth
Oh.
Amendment
Alright.
right.
He's
Fuck
saying.
yes to his Fifth Amendment right. Fuck yes to his Fifth Amendment right.
Okay.
Oh
All right.
yeah.
I knew
So he's
Mr.
saying
Kennedy was a
guilty.
soft pussy.
What the fuck?
Now
Don't
we
lie,
don't.
attorney.
Storm, we don't say that.
Hey, my bad.
Your
Hey,
Honor,
hey.
officer
Hey,
of this
Your
court,
Honor,
say something like that.
That's unprofessionalism. He should get
Hey, I'm
contempt.
sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll take 3.
Your Honor, he said he's sorry to you, but not to my client here, Mr. Kennedy, who was been
That's
He's a
right.
murderer.
Ooh.
who was voluntold to do this by me, a woman who owns his soul due to his internship with his colleague.
Wait, you told him to kill the dog?
You're a monster.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
It all makes sense now.
Oh, hey.
Tables is spinning.
Hello.
Let's move on from that. The court has recognized that Mr. Kennedy will be using his fifth right.
Hey, baby.
Prosecution, any other witnesses at this time?
Call EMS to the stand.
One moment. What are we gonna ask him?
We're just gonna cook. I think we're just gonna cook up. You know.
Well, hold on. Do we have someone for
I don't think
EMS
there
aside
isn't-
from?
Not in the mock trial, but there is EMS here.
Wait, hold on. Which additional EMS was on scene?
None
Noah Kennedy,
that I know of.
Wyatt Turner, and Kim McNulty.
Okay, then we can't pull someone who wasn't there.
We don't know if anyone else was there because there was nothing that was articulated that there was another person in.
We gotta read the report, Dumbo.
Well, no one didn't say you, dumbass.
Now we ain't got no additional witnesses.
Yeah,
did you
you
put
generally
Now,
need
ju-
to
just
ask
to
witnesses before the
just to
trial.
clarify though, if we were to call Turner up, we'd be getting the same testimony, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Turner went 42.
Yeah.
Turner said, "Fuck this shit. I can't believe I watched a dog die. I'm heartbroken." He went 42 without coming to court. With
Got it.
All his
Okay.
job is his
Understood.
report.
Rode the train home.
So is there a warrant for his arrest then?
Why would he get a warrant?
Not showing up for court.
Cops
Yeah,
do
they
that all
two
the
up
time.
here.
They dump it on
This
a
is a
cadet or a
bench.
new PPO.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a
and they let them
bench.
do it.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind then.
No, it's an appeal.
Oh, it's an appeal? I thought
Yeah.
this was a bench.
All right. Yeah, we ain't got no witnesses.
The whit.
All right, defense. Do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right, at this time we'll move to
We'd like to call Wyatt Turner.
closing.
I'm just kidding.
I do got a good.
Oh my
testimony, though.
fucking god! I will drop kick you myself.
We like to call the
If you
dog
want me to
up.
spit
as
it, unless
in
somebody else
spirit,
got a clothing.
Of course, Your Honor.
Hold on.
I recently did close the statement for my trial, so I'm gonna let you have this one. So do you first close the statement?
Oh,
Are
yeah,
both
hell
sides
yeah.
ready for closings?
Wait, Pepper, you ready for the code?
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
we'll
I'm
just
ready.
need a minute.
Write it down
We're
if
gonna
you
get
have to.
facts, then we're gonna sway the jury, Don. We're gonna
Okay.
sway the jury.
Changing the picture to
We need a
remember what we're
motion.
really all
Office of a
here
closing
for.
statement is.
Is there any evidence?
Isn't it just stating facts and
Pretty
trying
much
to
is like,
be sure you
pretty
case?
much is like, yeah, just like proving that everything that you said is, you know.
You point out the key points of your case, and if there are any points that went in their favor,
We'll give both
ignore them.
sides a couple
Pretty much.
minutes to prepare for their
Gotcha.
closings. You'll be highlighting evidence in your closings.
You gotta
Your
highlight that man's a monster. Who killed a
recap.
dog.
Additionally, we can point out that ultimately this did happen. They did kill a dog utilizing their vehicle as a weapon, and if
they
it was
did-
for the
yeah.
purpose, well, hold on, if it was for the purpose of self-defense or defense of somebody else, number one, someone would have to have been in immediate danger, which no one was, considering everyone was in their vehicle. But two, that's an affirmative defense where they then have to justify why they did so. And considering they didn't speak, it's kind of like someone saying, I
So-
shot them in self-defense, but never said or justified why it was self-defense.
But another thing is,
they
the key
haven't
one thing
levied an affirmative defense in this regard. So when you're preparing a closing, one thing you should do is always look at the charge and look at the points that are needed to prove it. So any person who physically harms an animal, okay, tech, you've got that, whether through reckless negligence or direct malice. Now, I don't think you guys have proven direct malice here, so you would have to try and go for the reckless negligence angle. And the questions they asked me / McNulty of, could that person have, could they have driven anywhere but forward? And the answer was yes. So At worst,
Why,
they were
hold on.
malicious. At worst, they were malicious. At best, they were negligent. That's how I would phrase it.
What if he actually is malice though? What if he is a
Yeah,
secret,
how do
a
you
serial dog
prove
killer?
the right
We
malice?
can't. That's the thing. If we have to ask how,
can't
the
prove
answer
that.
is no. Like,
The
you
way-
would
the
have
way
to
you would
have
prove-
an admission from them, like, I
Yeah,
fucking
or
hate dogs.
But another
if
thing
I
that they
have
kept on
animal
saying,
cruelty or
another thing that they
you
kept
know?
on saying is shoot the dog. But why?
Well, it doesn't
Mr.
matter. It
Turner's,
doesn't matter what the attorneys are saying. What the attorneys are
No, no,
saying
no.
has no relevance. It never came from the actual person involved.
Right. Yeah.
Also use
You
my closing
prove
statements
malice
before-
with intent, and if you can say that the dog was no threat, nobody was doing anything, and everything was fine, then why would he hit the dog? Right? There's the malice right there for you.
Yeah, like I said, at worst it's malicious. At best, it's negligent.
So, like, I
Wow,
use my
being
last
a
closing
double
statement, for
agent, I
example.
see.
It was the case with you, Falcon. It wasn't
Being
you.
a double agent, I see.
Maybe I,
It was the man with the sleeves when I asked him to roll up his sleeves and he requested a damn subpoena for it.
What is the
Alright,
definition
that,
of
yeah.
malice that we're using here?
You could add a little bit of snippets of information there that you didn't get to
Doing
ask.
with ill intent, you know, doing something intentionally, intending a bad consequence.
You gotta stir the narrative. You gotta stir the narrative. You gotta make it sound like
Okay,
it's
so
terrible.
malice does not. So yeah, because if I look up malice, there's like several definitions. Yeah, I assume malice in this would mean
Malice
a
is knowingly
desire.
doing something
Yeah,
to intend like, harm or something. Like that.
it's not a desire to harm others, to see others suffer.
You gotta make
yeah,
it
that
sound
could
like this
be,
was all that he was doing the whole time. He wanted that dog dead.
Well, establishing
But
something
that's
like
hard to
that with someone who,
You prove that through your actions that show intent. But
yeah.
you guys haven't done that.
Think
I'll give you
like
that. You guys haven't done that.
if you ever ran into Eugene who hates dogs, like, and has specifically targeted police canines in the past, and would take any opportunity to shoot or run over a dog, like, malice would be quite easy to prove at that point. But we don't have that. We don't have that at all.
Can I get peached for that for trying to kill Bongo?
That would be attempt to murder for you.
So, Storm, you doing the
Yeah.
closing?
I can, yeah. But I just don't know how to change. I gotta change it.
You just got to tie everything in together.
Put some bullet points down and then go through them one by
Well,
one.
pretty much, like pretty much what I
says-
got is
Yeah, you.
pretty much the what I have going on is like it goes from the dog was alive, no one was in danger, the woman was safe, the dog is dead.
Okay, but you also want to hit on, like, based on testimony, like, while you're saying these things, you want to tie everything in as one cohesive thing. You don't want there to be any confusion as to this just being something you're saying versus pointing out stuff that was said by people involved in the actual case. So you can point out specific quotes, and they don't even have to be direct quotes. Things can be sort of paraphrased here. While it's technically possible to be objected in a closing, it rarely ever happens and is rarely ever allowed.
And in an effort to sway everybody in this room.
So you could say, like, you could start explaining the situation, and you could say, and the defendant even claimed that he never left the ambulance while the dog was alive. Ever. He waited until he killed that dog.
Aww.
You just like something like
But
that.
important aspect, pull out the charge, make sure you hit on the aspect of what was like present in this. So specifically
familiar to me, but not.
Did you ever tell the
specifically
dog to back off?
any person who physically harms an animal, which we have. They harm the animal by squeezing it between two cars and killing it. And it says whether through reckless negligence or direct malice. We can hit on negligence here on the basis that, number one, police had control of the situation and instructed people on scene that we were going to leave the scene, obviously to gain distance from said scene. Additionally, there was testimony indicating that the aggressor could not be identified to determine whether or not it was the animal in this case, which is why the police opted, or likely why the police opted to not to shoot the animal on scene. Like, these are all things that you have to take into account. But additionally, the last aspect of should they attempt to claim, which they technically didn't on the basis that they didn't make any argument, they attempt to claim that this was either self-defense or defense of somebody else. The reality of the situation is that's an affirmative defense where they have to justify their actions, and they did not do so here. An affirmative defense, just so that there's no confusion, is while what they did is technically against the law, there was justification behind it. Self-defense, right? You can't typically shoot someone, but if you are doing it in defense of yourself or others, it's justified. But you also need to explain why you were in that position. Well, not why you're in the position, but why you opted to shoot. If you say self-defense, that's great, but explain the situation so that we can determine whether or not it truly was self-defense. That make sense? Storm, I believe in you, bud.
I'll try.
You're doing great.
Try.
I'll hit you and the dog in a second, Murray Falconer.
Wait, were y'all waiting just on us?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is awkward. Storm's ready, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, can I go second?
No. You have to go first.
We have to go first?
Yes, you have to. Your prosecution.
Yes.
All right.
Correct.
All right.
Give it your all, Storm.
Okay.
Your Honor,
So as long as you don't have any violent felonies,
this case is about a reckless decision.
you should be able to apply for a hunting.
The dog had attacked earlier, but by the time the defendant arrived, the woman was safe, officers were safe, and no one was in immediate danger. The order over the radio was clear: do not harm the dog.
No, that wasn't the quote. that wasn't the quote.
Heard that order.
That was not the
chose
quote.
to drive forward.
That's
the dog with his
I wouldn't
ambulance.
be opposed to an objection. That is
Maybe
a
he thought he
misstatement
was
of
helping.
testimony.
Maybe. I'm so sorry. Are you
Contempt.
good?
Valid.
Valid. Maybe he thought he was helping. Maybe he acted without thinking. But the fact remains, it was reckless, unnecessary, and it cost the dog its life. The law does not allow someone to kill an animal without cause, even if they believe they are saving lives. Reckless actions have consequences. We ask you to find the defendant guilty of animal cruelty. Thank you, Your Honor.
Wow. Way to be a double agent.
Good shit, Storm. Good shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is that good?
I mean, you didn't necessarily hit on the negligent portion.
You didn't sound confident. That would have been a good cook, Storm. Come on.
But and you didn't hit on like the lack of an affirmative defense to justify. But like, you were mostly there. Solid. I would argue for first attempt. Solid.
Hey, at least you do what I did with my first court case.
Yes.
This was a waste of time. My closing statement.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Davenport said no. Don't say that.
Puts on cinema.
Want cinema, darling? You want cinema? How about a Jet 2 holiday?
Do do.
Especially the prosecution and everyone else in this courtroom, obviously not the judges because they know every charge to the T. I would like to explain that animal cruelty is that any person who physically harms an animal, whether through reckless negligence or direct malice, when not in the act of legally permitted hunting. With that, I would like the court to remember officer's testimony that the dog was indeed aggressive at the beginning of the scene and could have been aggressive throughout the scene as they moved. With this, my client acted in good faith to protect the officer and the suspect. As stated in witness testimony, that there was only 90 seconds in between moving the suspect from one triage into the car to move to another. This is not enough time for an officer. This officer had both the suspect and himself back turned to a very aggressive dog, as seen and quoted in officer's statements, that this dog was chomping down on the suspect's leg at the beginning of the scene. And that this dog was not
You
done.
just want a little snack.
This dog was ready for another bite
Yeah, he
and
hungry.
saw Mr. Turner's back turned and was ready to go in for a bite. My client saw this and put not only himself on the line, but his job on the line to not save just the suspect, but the officer. He acted in good faith to protect both of them.
He had to hit us with the good faith.
And
didn't
with
he? He had
that,
to hit us with the good
that
faith.
is all I have to say to the courtroom.
Well, that's hearsay. We don't know if he actually had good faith or not. He's a murderer!
Also, he flee to judicial proceedings to go do his clerk job.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he has to go do his clerk job. So he'll be back.
All right.
And that concludes court. We can go home.
We gotta hear the we gotta hear the judgment. The verdict.
Fuck.
Your Honor, the prosecution's over here antagonizing my fellow attorney.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I'd like the motion for a second contempt for Stormtrooper.
So the defense kind of just threw.
What was that?
The defense kind of just threw with that closing.
All right, I actually want to
Because they gave an affirmative defense in the closing without actually making one in the case.
Yeah.
Person you arrested to ask for a bench.
Ask for a
Me
bench.
too.
Like, get your ass in here. We're gonna put you to work. We're gonna have you
It's gonna be
practice.
great.
Yeah,
Tell everybody.
You're not wrong.
I'll do it.
But yeah, my
mean-
client did do that shit.
I mean, they made
But
it
here's
clear
why.
that he was going to plead the fifth. So
Yeah.
plead the fifth, but
We
not
go
saying
to
anything.
Deliberate.
Yay.
Oh.
The EMS shouldn't have killed the dog. Boom.
In my
Oh my God.
argument,
We
that
won!
Lonnie, I
We
do it
won, yo.
again.
We won. Oh my god.
My client has fled. He
Congratulations.
said,
Now-
fuck 12, 13, 12 on God.
I will-
Now,
I will
Your
say
Honor, Your
the
Honor,
defense
if
did a
you
lot more heavy lifting
didn't
than you guys
have a
did.
bias and it
Oh,
was
they did.
already
They really did.
told for the prosecution to win, what
They
would
had
you
a pocket
honestly
judge
would have
there.
said
Well,
based
well,
on the stuff
Actually,
Right,
pointed out?
the defense did more to help your case than
Sure.
they should have.
Yeah, not gonna
There was
lie,
no
you
real
guys.
reason to kill the dog, honestly. They were trying, like, genuinely. But I also feel like I may have a biased opinion on this for other reasons.
Yeah, I wonder the fuck why. Those people don't
It's
count. They're not real
crazy.
people.
Ooh.
Loaf, don't
Like
care
in a
about them.
case
They're not real
in a case
people.
like this where charges require
Are you
intent,
saying that Irish people aren't
if
real
you
people?
guys don't push on that as the prosecution, you might as well just
No, I
wrap it
think
up
she's
there.
talking about us, Danielson.
Sean, what? Sorry, I didn't hear you because of the.
The intent.
What the hell?
She's one
Yeah.
of us. She
The
can't say
intent.
that.
No, I mean in the other part.
I mean,
the three of us, and then there's
sorry.
never let me be your lawyer.
Oh.
I know. You should have been. I know. Deep down, you're like, oh man, I'm literally
Because
sticking up for a guy that killed a dog. This is
in the
crazy.
report, right, McNulty's saying, yeah, this guy did it intentionally. Then you should have asked me as McNulty why I thought that.
Yeah, we should have. I definitely think we should have.
I mean, well, he sort of did, or you sort of clarified though, with the whole like T-boning. You were like full on T-bone. I was the top of the T. He was the stem.
He was the jam. He was the peanut butter.
And then I whispered over here, "Oh no, the dog was the glue."
I was wondering who said that.
That it was. Yeah, like they asked me about like you know, could he did he when he drove forward did he jerk the wheel, and I said no because he drove straight forward. Could he have drove a different way? That like they spoke to the intent or lack thereof of the negligence part. Yeah, it's just one of those things.
So I got here a little late, and I was told we were on prosecution, but I started with, there's definitely a case to be made for defense here. It would be very interesting.
Oh yeah, there is,
Listen,
but not the way they made it.
Me and Deke were
the
trying
way
all
Pepe
the
did it-
options. We were trying all the options.
So here's
the
where you
way-
messed up. You in your closing pretty much stated sort of for, I'll paraphrase here, but either self-defense or defense of others, which requires an affirmative defense, which requires that your client state why they did what they did to justify what is technically illegal, which is killing an animal.
Who's playing Pete with fucking
So
Loaf?
you can't simultaneously say
What?
it's self-defense and then not justify the self-defense, because then you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Okay,
Yeah, it's the same as any like shooting scene, right? Like it's the reason why you stand your ground. You need to call 911 and wait so that you can give the reason as to why you shot someone.
I just let them cook. I didn't stop them on their cook. I let them have it.
Well, I guess
See if it works.
wouldn't that not? Oh, I guess I said it backwards. I should've
like-
said it first,
like
and
it's-
then
You guys playing Peek with
It's
I was
called an
trying to
affirmative
explain it that
defense.
We're
the
definitely
dog
not
was doing it in the
playing peak.
beginning.
That's it. We're
Mm-mm.
taking
Like
it.
an affirmative
What?
defense is
No.
basically saying, yes, I did that shit, but here's
I felt an evil
why
presence behind me and I needed to swing. I'm sorry.
and why
What
it shouldn't.
the
I shouldn't be
hell?
charged with it. It's like,
I was
yes, I
standing
shot this
behind
Gotcha.
person. Here's why.
Oh.
Yes, I
Oh,
ran
I'm so
over the
sorry.
dog. Here's why.
Alright,
But your
then I
defense
said
was
it
just,
backwards.
yeah, he
and,
ran over the dog because maybe
You're
this
the one
was
giving me contempt.
true.
That's true.
You know?
I guess I worded it wrong.
I could give you.
Well,
the
it was
contempt that
true.
I
He's
forgot
a
to give
dog
Box.
killer.
What's that one?
If you guys have any other questions, feel free. But I think you guys are no longer mandatorily obligated to be here.
Oh my god!
But Aphrodite's a judge?
Wait,
It
do
was
we need to
definitely a learning
like,
experience, though.
do we
to
need
sign
to
anything, or-
provide
I think
like a list
in
of
the past
people who
ones,
were
they
here?
They did like a call card, card call.
Oh, we're on a call card right now.
Yeah, I think
I'm
they
gonna
just
be
took a picture of that
100%
and then did
dog.
something with that.
I'm not paying you. That's
Give
not
it to
you
the
guys
chief
figure
or the
out.
sheriff, respectively.
I wrote down every judge who participated, and they're gonna
We
get
do
paid.
this.
But yeah, it's not from us. It's from the chief and the sheriff, are the ones that agreed to it.
Which, by the way, neither one of
And
them showed
don't
up for
forget
any of them.
Deke as well. I don't know if Deke was present during
Yeah,
any of the
Deke-
priors, but
He
He's only done
was,
one.
but
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
I
know
added
if they counted.
Fisher because Fisher was here.
Is this Slayer Perry?
What'd you say?
Excuse what?
What?
Reinhardt.
I was just making sure they've got you on the list, Perry, so you get your 50k.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah, we
they,
got- we gotta
they
put
should have me
Montez.
on the list. I've been very vocal and present here, so I don't know why they wouldn't have me on the list.
Perry, if you look at
course, of
dispatch, you're under the mock trial group.
Oh, yippee!
I'm gonna be
Shit,
honest, Perry.
Perry.
You were more active and not miserable than most of the people in the shift one mock trial. So
Oh.
Oh, really?
I couldn't chase
Oh,
files. I had to
no.
go learn how to do the core. That's a part of my job. Sorry, I'm salty.
Yeah,
What
the
did that
AEC
mean?
was through.
and Rhodes,
No, I
I
thought it was
appreciate
fun.
you not being too cool for school and getting very mad about people having fun at the mock trial.
Who got mad? Who am I fucking? I'm gonna quit this job. I'm gonna quit this job and I'm
Anybody command shift 1?
I'm gonna quit this
Oh.
job and I'm gonna start shooting cops. I swear to God.
I don't know. They were just very upset about being there, and then when jokes started to fly, they were like, "Can we lock in?"
Why are they upset? They're learning and they're getting paid for it.
I'm miserable that I'm here, so you have to be miserable too.
If I had to assume, it's probably on the basis that they're, especially in shift 1, there's probably a fair few amount of people, but like I think the whole intent behind this is a like intended as a
Fun
group
learning
activity.
experience.
Yeah. Where truthfully, the police department as a whole lacks a lot of knowledge of. The amount of people I speak to, even as of recent, like I've heard from a lot of people that they are not very familiar and like welcoming of court because it's something they just haven't experienced. And I think a mock trial is a perfect opportunity, especially when everyone has to go to it, to be like, hey, here's your foot in the door, right? Like, yes, it's going to be an unfamiliar process, but like, do you really want this to happen live when you have no experience? And there's an actual person who's, you know, being charged with something that might not actually apply because you fucked up.
Especially shift 3, darling.
I'm gonna.
We don't have to worry about that. There's no judges in shift 3.
It's not my
We're working on it. We're working on it.
True.
I've heard that for 8 years now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
How about you guys fucking find some people and tell
I was
them?
gonna say I was doing AU and I was around for when you guys ping shit, but unfortunately bills have to be paid, so I can't.
Hold on. Falconer did get out of bed for me that day in shift
And
3.
that's why we hired Lowe.
Wait, actually, he got out of bed from you one time too, down in the cells for Tony Long. That didn't last.
I'm not
that didn't last
representative
long.
of the average judge's availability.
You were still in your pajamas.
I do try to wake up for shift 3 stuff. Like, if
Oh,
I'm
no, hold
able, I'll
on.
try to get out of bed.
Storm, you're refracting that. I didn't
No, he's
show up
talking
to
to
the
me.
cells with Tony.
He's
No,
talking to
I'm
me.
talking about Sean.
I thought he said Falconer. I thought.
No, Murray
Ooh.
Falconer
Showing
wasn't
up.
there. There was an old cranky ass bitch there though.
Yeah, Robin.
Oh,
No, Robin was the lawyer.
He's in his
Yeah.
pajamas. Then
He
Falcon
was
did
in his
show up for
PJs.
my shift. It was the end of shift 3 that you showed up.
Yeah, the
for
bench trial.
with Barrett.
Oh, that must have been very fun.
No,
What
Barrett's
do you have
annoying.
against Barrett?
It's annoying. You need a subpoena
He's
to ask
very
him to roll
good.
up his
He's a
sleeves.
very good lawyer. Is the problem? A little too good.
I think a lot of people take what he says at face value and like
He's such
they
shit.
don't.
You cannot listen to
Yeah,
him.
exactly.
Yeah,
You are falling into the trap of him like leading you to believe something's real that's not.
I let Jim Hastings handle that part. It was funny.
It's like when Rhodes tells someone he doesn't need evidence at a traffic stop, knowing full well that he has the evidence.
I like that one. I don't. Okay, I tell them. I don't tell them I don't have evidence. I go. Reason for the stop was you're speeding. Did you clock me? To which I say I don't have to. I never stated I didn't. I never stated I don't have them on radar. I said I don't have to. And they go, "What are you going based on you seeing me?" Yes, I've been doing this long enough. But in
Sounds
addition to that, I do
familiar.
have the radar reading.
My favorite one is they didn't read me my Miranda rights. Oh, okay. Well, nothing you said after the point of arrest is in contention in this bench trial.
Oh my god.
And you
Also-
just stated on the stand that you did it, so you will be found guilty.
They always think they're gonna win off that too.
Also, by acknowledging that you know, like you know your rights weren't read, you're inherently saying you know what your rights are because you know they weren't read to you.
Well, no, not necessarily. You can know that they're supposed. You have rights.
Hmm.
You not know what they are specifically.
Now,
English can be
y'all-
your second language.
I have a question because way back when, many years ago, I had a case law that was made because of me, and it was I think the People versus Meg Kyra Cruz. I'll give you the context. I was I was interrogating Meg, okay, and she said, or she asked, "Is there a lawyer available?" To which I pulled up the lemon list and said, "Yes, there is," and continued on with questioning. And I think it was Artson who ruled.
Oh my god.
She never asked for one. She never asked. She did not say, "I want an attorney."
I'm gonna be using that next time when I interrogate
No,
someone.
because
She-
I will
Please
set the
don't.
precedent
She-
that doing
That's
that,
an implicit
requesting if there's an
question,
attorney
though.
around is asking for an attorney. We are literally rewriting due process right now, and I will write that in, Pepe.
No, please,
Oh my
please let
God,
me get it one time, please.
I'm not gonna lie. I would probably vote against that because that's really funny.
Listen, I think it was Artson who ruled on it. I could be wrong, but it was deemed the equivalent of asking for an attorney moving forward.
Egg was
That's
salty
so
about that, by
funny.
the way. Like, I had her for something else, like 7 months later, and she was still mad about it.
That's so crazy.
Those are two different things.
Yeah.
If
like,
if I'm working at an ice cream shop and you go, you got ice cream and you got strawberry, you ain't asking for it. You did not say I want strawberry ice cream. I
And
can't
we
just
gotta be-
assume that's what you
It's
want.
implicit vote.
Hey,
Well,
as
it's the only
officers, we gotta
embodiment
be
of
very
technically correct
precise
is the
in what
best
we
kind of
say.
correct.
Listen, if you know anything about me, I'm quite pedantic.
I warn people about Matt Rhodes.
I fuck with tow truck drivers by
Sure,
reminding them that no piece of legislation gives them the ability to illegally tow illegally parked vehicles.
I have a deep-seated hatred in my heart towards tow truck drivers that goes all the way back to a certain lot, so fuck them.
I also leave the LED strip on my Scout on when I exit my vehicle because unauthorized parking states government vehicles are exempt if their lights and or sirens are on, but it doesn't state emergency lights.
I used to get those ones where they'd be like, how I want to sue them for towing my car, and I go, okay, small court, get in here. Hey, tow truck driver, do you have a picture of the car parked illegally? No. All right, I'm ruling in their favor. You need to pay them now. Every time, take a fucking picture. And then they made it a real actual law legislation. Take a picture of the car, you fucking idiots. Don't just be towing shit.
On my end, everything is good. I don't know what happened
Get a
yesterday,
real
by the way.
job.
I haven't dropped any frames.
Whoa.
On that note,
That thing.
I'm gonna
Try
go
crime
out
or
there and
something.
pull people over and hopefully get y'all like a traffic court or something. Who knows?
I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna interrogate
I'll be
someone
awake.
and tell them if they need
Unfortunately.
a lawyer.
Will you?
Well, I won't be. I'll be like in bed, but I'll be available.
Oh, I'm gonna put you to bed, alright? Come on.
I'm gonna get my jeans.
Alright.
Oh,
What about my
What?
contempt of court?
Oh, hey, Matt Rhodes.
What's up?
Can you think of something funny I can do to Perry for contempt of court? Because I'm cooked.
We'll just say you're at the will of Matt
Ooh.
Rhodes.
Oh,
I might have something. I might have something.
I'm assigning your contempt of court to Matt Rhodes.
He'll be nice to me. I'm one of the only people that listens to him talk.
Assuming I can clear this with your command, for the remainder of today, I think you're gonna be a BCSO.
What?
Yeah,
That's funny as fuck.
and you can wear a cowboy hat. I know, terrible, right?
Oh shit!
Terrible. So frustrating. I understand. I'm gonna need you in the locker room, getting your uniform changed ASAP.
Well, hang on.
All right. Did Davenport allow that?
He said sure.
Yeah, you can do that.
Perfect.
You gotta
Alrighty.
spend at least
Wait, why can't you wear a cowboy hat now?
You gotta spend at least 30 minutes in the
Miss
county
Turner.
patrolling.
All right.
Prove that you're a Blainer now. Real Blainers hang out in the county. Speaking of which, I'm going back to
Yeah. Need to speak with a southern accent now.
I'm gonna get back out there and get my jeans on.
I'll see y'all out there.
No, I'll see you
My
out.
FPS is tanking, and I think it's because we're hitting the limit, but I don't know how we are.
Oh, your shit got taken.
Damn, my waist
Davenport, I'm not allowed to have a hat. Turner ruled against that.
And I want you to know, here in the
Oh, really?
BCSO, you could rock that cowboy
no,
hat.
We're allowed to wear a bandana either. Or a do-rag.
I never seen that man without the bandana.
I just kept wearing it until they stopped asking me to take it off.
Yep.
But I didn't tell you to do that.
That's low key what I did because Grayson used to give me shit about being dressed too like not professional for court. Now I'm a justice and no one gives a fuck. But I just kept dressing like a hoe until they stopped telling me to stop.
Wait, I need to go check my payments. Hold up. Y'all y'all own a house? Pay your shit. If you have a house, make sure you pay your stuff. Now, chat. I think this is... Now, it's unfortunate that it says criminal department, but that's where we should pay bills instead of running all the way up here. I miss Davin Swartel.
Good morning, Remy.
I know. The timing of my internet shit was so
You missed the mock trial.
unfortunate. My internet was down for
Sad. I was meaning to go
after
to
like
bed.
half an hour. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to sleep.
okay,
It was
I can
down
still
for a little under 2 hours. Boss lady called. No, I did have to call in though. It did acknowledge that there was. They couldn't tell me what the issue was. But it did get resolved within a couple hours, so not the worst thing in the world. Secret issue? I called in as soon as it went down, so it's possible they just might not have like known what the issue was. Again, I've said this before. All of our lines are overhead. So it could have been a car accident, like anything really that could have caused damage to the actual lines. Any compensation? So it's technically not a business line, it's a residential line. It's just serviced by the business department because they're the only ones who touch fiber.
Are you walking east back to MRPD?
Sure.
Hey, fam.
Here, I'll
Trooper, I'm going to charge you for not wearing a helmet on that.
Though, I am going to be
I'm just,
probably changing my internet soon.
confiscating it for investigative purposes.
So it won't be fiber, but it'll be a third of the fucking cost with the original speeds that this plan started with.
We'll put on a helmet.
Don't forget, the whole reason I had to get this internet was because my upload speeds dropped to single digits during COVID. People started working from home, and stream became a slideshow. And there's no other ISPs in my area. Davenport, by the way, it does drive better.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I meant to tell you that yesterday. Like notably as well. I'm curious to know how it feels in comparison to the 6.5 V12.
I'm gonna be going to bed soon, Victor.
Yeah. Well, I got a V12 there if you want to. You want to try it?
I think Perry has one, and I might borrow his. And I don't think he has dampeners.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Where is he?
Yeah,
Where's who?
the charge is actually good now, no dampers in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I swear something changed because I distinctly recalled testing back-to-back. Dampeners, no dampeners. Because there was a time where no one was rocking dampeners. And I want to say I spoke with Jasper or something. And he talked about how there's a notable difference. And then I realized that the Scout was considerably more stable.
Yeah.
But, again, who knows? Who knows if anything's changed?
Yeah, I just noticed you can hold more speed through corners, and it doesn't seem to do as much crazy stuff over bumps or anything like that. It's
Yeah, the worst thing was, Davenport, you told me that. I took him off. In the first corner I took, I just Dubai'd 2 wheels, flipped over. Like, but that was just
really?
like, it was just the specific curb I hit or something on that turn. Because it's been fine ever since. I don't want to get hit by a car. I have to run in. I'll be right back out. Chat, I have to put in a new infusion set for my insulin pump. So it's just going to be a couple minutes and then we'll be out there. Howdy.
Howdy.
Oh. What the heck? That's rude.
How you been though? You been okay? Not seen you in a little.
Yeah, I've been fine. Payback. I gotta go. Don't mind me. Actually, hmm.